All right. So, Misty, you want to tell everybody what this is?
So apparently there was another Kratom Talk meeting that happened in Toledo, Ohio on September 2nd. So this is our first time hearing about it and watching it. So we're going to see what they say.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Okay.
Classified kratom, mitragina speciosa as a Schedule I controlled substance, and then a companion ordinance 35125 enacting Toledo Municipal Code Chapter 513 subsection 51317 to prohibit the sale of kratom.
Councilmember Meldon.
Thank you, Chair, and thanks to the co-sponsors on this for kind of huddling up in the last couple of weeks in different conversations. You know, so we had a public safety hearing to talk about these two pieces, and it was a robust discussion, you might say. A lot of different folks who attended. I'm certainly thankful to them. And so, we have two pieces in review. One is a resolution asking the Board of Pharmacy to label kratom a Schedule I. Since the public safety hearing, news broke last week, which I'm sure you're all aware of, that Governor DeWine is in full agreement and asking the Board of Control to do the exact same thing. And so I would recommend that the actual piece of legislation, which is 35125, that next week we put that into committee and see what happens at the state level. I think at some point, if nothing happens, then we bring it back out and we continue to think about how we govern in our city. But to pass something when the governor has signaled that he wants to do it anyway seems like we can wait a minute, which leaves open the question of what about the resolution? The resolution was asking exactly for what the governor just asked. So I have an amended copy that I'll send around to everyone that is really going after an interesting part of the conversation, I believe, that came out of the hearing, which was almost to a person, everyone in the public safety hearing said all of these derivative products, these synthetic uses, all of these various vape store, gas station, heroin things you can get on the counter are terrible. Almost every single person said, yeah, get rid of those, but leave the natural leaf so I can manage pain, so I can handle, it was a lot of managing pain, but they said it in a lot of different ways. So the amended resolution that I would like to propose, and the amendment I plan on bringing next week, is asking for regulation on natural leaf kratom.
Nice.
So
What?
Nice.
people who need it for pain can use it safely.
Nice.
We have so many pain medications that are regulated and used safely. Let's add kratom to that list. And I have no reason to doubt the testimony of so many folks at the public safety hearing, but if you take what they're saying and extrapolate it out against other pain relief medications, then you should be able to get this natural leaf kratom anywhere you get other pain medication. So this resolution is simply getting us to that point, or aimed at getting us to that point. So I'll send it to you, and we can review and talk about it. In review, put the one piece in committee, see what happens at the state level. The amended resolution here would be trying to make natural leaf kratom more studied, reviewed, marketing standards, maybe age requirements, but make it more regulated for people to use for pain.
Huh?
Okay? Thank you for allowing me that overview.
Nice.
Thank you. Councilwoman Jones.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm happy that Councilmember Meldon had mentioned that, especially with their resolution. That was the main idea that I came out, that we can go for the substances that are sold in the gas stations and those that are very synthetic, but for more natural, more holistic health healing, that we should look more further into just the natural leaf of that. And that's what I got from the hundreds of emails as well, from people asking to really reconsider this. So
Emails work, y'all.
Yeah.
The steps are being taken. I'm also having a meeting with one of the realtors, Caviculture. I think that's where, on Talmadge. So to learn more about that business and just see what they have to say. But I think that just putting a pause on this, seeing what the state is going to do, as well as if we go forward with it, go for the synthetic version. I think that'll be more appropriate as well, too. So thank you for that.
Nice.
Thank you. Councilmember Meldon.
Okay. Sorry, I saw Councilwoman McPherson's line. Since you brought up Cavaculture, it's a bar, where I always call it the Old Andersons. There's probably a better location than the Old Andersons. But it's right there. It's in my district. And I saw the owner of that bar on the news. It was really interesting because he's very concerned. He said about 40% of his products contain kratom. What's interesting is if we were able to regulate the natural leaf kratom, those would still be able to be in the stores. And so there is this really interesting moment I think we're in society where we have this out there that people are using, and yet if we were able to regulate it, it would just be like another substance that's out there in the marketplace for people to consume safely. I'll be super curious, Dr. Jones, how that meeting goes. I don't know, it's a very interesting thing. I'm probably not going to go, raise a glass of the kratom drink, but it was interesting to me.
I think you should.
And I'm not even,
Yeah.
that's not even, I'm just saying I'm probably not going to do that. It was interesting that only 40% of that bar's drinks were made with that product. So I think sometimes we can just say, oh, they're going to go out of business or this and that, and that's not actually the case.
40% is a lot,
So
though.
thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
Thank you. Councilwoman McPherson.
Thank you. I'm very interested in the conversation, and we don't have to inhale; we can drink now. But I wholeheartedly support this, and I'm glad that we are not, what they say, throwing the baby out with the dishwater, or however
Bathwater.
we are looking into it and really trying to
That'd be me
make
trying
it
to like
comparable
mimic it.
for those that need it versus those that want it and abuse it, and making sure that we get it out the hands of our young people. So thanks for bringing this forth, Councilman Meldon.
Thank you.
357-25, Forgive the Loans, United North Schools
I know. Is
Home
that it?
LLC.
I guess that's
and
it.
358-25, Forgive the Loans,
So-
United North Schools.
You can pause it. So I'm guessing what they're going to do is, instead of banning kratom, they're going to pretty much like adopt their own Kratom Consumer Protection Act.
Yeah. Sorry, your profile picture.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Look at that, big mama.
But so this is, I put all the pieces together while we were listening. This is a meeting that Heidi or the hearing that I couldn't attend because I couldn't watch with you because I was in Arkansas or whatever that Heidi went to.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That was
With
a really
Dr.
long
Heidi,
one.
and she brought up props. She brought up an actual 7OH package that had missing tablets in it because it looked like the package broke open.
Yeah.
So she did like a 20-minute testimony, differentiating between, whole leaf powder and synthetic 7OH, or semi-synthetic, my bad, 7OHers.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then there was a ton of people that got up there to testify.
Yeah. There was a lot of great people up there testifying.
Yes.
It was great. It's nice, man. It's just so nice to see when the like lawmakers actually listen to their
Yeah.
constituents. It's so nice.
And that's what it seems like that's going to happen. So I don't know what the next steps are going to be. He said at the next meeting or something like that. So that's just to be continued.
Yeah.
Because if you guys don't know, Governor DeWine asked the Ohio Board of Pharmacy for a special session meeting to schedule one kratom. And then the morning that we wake up, Jennifer, so that we can live stream that hearing, I woke up at, butt fucking crack of dawn. And as I'm setting up the live stream, we're like, bam, the meeting is canceled. And we did not know why. So a couple days later, come to find out, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. got a hold of Governor DeWine, and Governor DeWine is the one that canceled the meeting, the Ohio Board of Pharmacy meeting.
Yeah.
So now it looks like that Councilman Sam Meldon, or I think that's his name, is now backtracking his whole proposal to ban kratom itself.
And that's just like, the reason why he called is because, all of this Kratom getting thrown in with the 7OH. Like they clearly keep saying that they're trying to differentiate 7OH from Kratom, the FDA
Yeah.
and whatnot. So, like Robert F. Kennedy's like, hey, DeWine, we
Yeah.
ain't doing that, bro. We're leaving Kratom alone.
And if
We're
you guys
saying,
watched the news story of the of the reporter that interviewed DeWine, to me, it looks like RFK Jr. told him to go stand in the corner and count to 100, buddy. That's what it looked like.
oh, but at least I don't know. I think that that's a great sign that I mean, how often would that have happened a year ago? That
Right.
would never happened a year ago.
Like what we saw
Never.
in Louisiana. None of those
Yep.
lawmakers listened to any of their constituents. None. Not none one.
I mean, and they stood up there, and what's her face gonna sit there and say there is no such thing?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, dude. To
There's
sit
no
there
such
and
thing as synthetic kratom. I might have been born at night, but I wasn't born last night.
oh, I will never, ever, ever want to hear that saying again because it's just so
Man.
stupid. It's a stupid saying when it's you're bold-faced lying about it.
Yeah. So to all the people that showed up, your voices freaking matter.
Yes.
And Heidi took a train to get there.
Yeah.
So she came from out of state. They listened. They freaking listened. I'm sorry about you 708ers. Hey, you're not going up there to fight. So, your stuff's getting thrown out with the baby in the bathwater.
You have to use your voice. I mean, your voice, our voices, they matter. They really do.
So I love this. I freaking love this. I will attach the original hearing that we watched in the description of this video on YouTube.
Okay.
But, man, who knew?
Man, I'm glad. I'm so glad for Ohio. All right. Well, I guess we're going to stop recording and we'll put it on out there.
Yes. Breaking news, Ohio. Toledo,
Breaking
Ohio.
news. Breaking news.
That.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.